Hello there. We're expecting stormy weather in the central and western Mediterranean over the next few days because there's a very slow-moving storm, which we'll look at in just a moment. Meanwhile, low pressure here on the satellite image close to Iceland. That system with its weather front is going to move across northern parts of the UK and up towards Scandinavia, bringing some windy and wet weather with some fairly heavy snowfall across parts of Norway and Sweden. But let's look further south. Here is Storm Blas, as named by the Spanish Met Service. It's going to be hanging around through the middle part of this week, bringing some very wet and windy weather. It's drier, it's more settled over the likes of Cyprus, much of Turkey and Greece still relatively warm, but here we're into the heavy downpours affecting the likes of Sicily, the Balearics as well. Big waves, strong winds and heavy rain as well. Could be some flooding impacts. Meanwhile, high pressure holds on through many central parts of Europe. Lots of dry weather here. Unsettled for Scandinavia and turning colder across much of Eastern Europe after the recent warm weather that we have seen. So Wednesday, not much change. High pressure still in charge for central areas, but Storm Blas continues to bring those heavy downpours and really strong winds and large waves through the central and western Mediterranean. Here's the outlook for some of the major cities over the next few days. Settled for London, Paris and Madrid, but we will see some heavy showers, perhaps some thunderstorms at times in Rome. Further east, things are looking largely dry and settled, a little bit colder in Athens. Bye-bye. Hello. It's been very unsettled across some southern and eastern states recently. We've had an area of low pressure that's now clearing off the coast into the Atlantic. You can see that here on the satellite image. So the weather is quieting down around the east coast. Meanwhile, further west, we've got an area of low pressure approaching the Pacific Northwest and British Columbia, so bringing increasingly wet and windy weather here with some mountain snow. But for much of North America, high pressure is dominating, at least for the next day or so. We have got this low pressure system bringing some showery rain and some snow across parts of Ontario and Quebec too. But for most areas, particularly through the central states, temperatures are still well above average for this time of year. It is turning colder, though, across Alaska and British Columbia with the arrival of this low pressure system, particularly windy weather close to the coast. Another area of low pressure just to the south of that, pushing close to northern California. So some useful rainfall on the way, but pretty unsettled in the west over the next few days. So some rain for Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco too. Los Angeles looking dry and turning a bit warmer again into the middle part of the week. Meanwhile, still temperatures above average for the likes of Toronto, New York as well. So largely dry and settled here on Monday. The wind and the rain of recent days clearing away from the east, so largely dry and settled for the likes of Florida, Georgia, all the way to Texas as well. Over the next couple of days, here's the outlook, then largely dry in the east and temperatures above average for this time of year. Bye-bye. Hello. The northeast monsoon is now in full swing, bringing some heavy downpours over the next few days to some eastern parts of India. We've got a couple of areas of low pressure around, one of them here in the Arabian Sea, staying away from land for the here and now, but there's another depression in the Bay of Bengal, and that's drifting its way gradually further westwards. It's likely to make landfall around Tamil Nadu by around Wednesday or into Thursday. Meanwhile, more heavy downpours pushing into Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, as well as Sri Lanka, coming in off that moist feed of air from the Bay of Bengal. So lots of heavy rain, a flood risk here towards the southeast. Moving our way northwards and westwards into Central Asia. Temperatures below average at the moment, so a cool spell of weather close to the Caspian Sea from the likes of Iran up towards Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan as well. We have got some mountain snow to come, but it is looking dry and still quite warm across the north of India. Most places dry down the west coast, but we've got some showers for the likes of Kerala and also down towards Mali as well. Some sharp showers, some thunderstorms too cropping up through the day across Sri Lanka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. There are warnings enforced for potential flooding over the next few days, but things are looking drier up for West Bengal and Bangladesh. So it's remaining dry for Mumbai, Dhaka and Islamabad over the next few days, but Colombo, you can see in the outlook here, lots of heavy showers and thunderstorms around as well. Tashkent turns a little bit milder over the next few days, plenty more downpours in Chennai. Bye-bye. Hello. Over the past few days, we've seen some pretty stormy weather across eastern parts of South Africa. Heavy rain has been falling there. You can see on the satellite image the cloud that brought all that rain. Now that storm system, that area of low pressure, is clearing off towards the east. So it'll be an improving picture across much of southern Africa, in fact, as we look through Tuesday. Still some showers just lingering in the far southeast there. Elsewhere across Africa, we've got some heavy showers in the far north, affecting parts of Libya, Tunisia and Algeria. That's due to Storm Blas in the Mediterranean, a slow-moving storm system there. Also bringing colder weather across the north and northwest of Africa over the next few days. Now here's the outlook then, and in both Cape Town and Johannesburg, you'll notice those temperatures are going to be edging up through the latter part of this week. Lots of sunshine sticks around in Khartoum with temperatures there in the high 30s, but Kinshasa and Lusaka could well see the return to some showery weather by around Thursday and into Friday too. The weather across the Levant and into the Middle East, dry, settled, lots of sunshine, just a very gentle Shamal breeze blowing across the Gulf, but not particularly windy. We are seeing a few showers cropping up, may well affect the likes of Abu Dhabi for a time on Tuesday. But really across the region, things are looking fairly dry and settled. Temperatures, though, up towards Iran and into Central Asia are looking a little bit cool for the time of year, but lots of dry, settled, sunny weather for Muscat, Dubai, Riyadh, and also for Kuwait. Bye-bye. Hello there. We've seen some really heavy showers and thunderstorms over the past couple of days for northern parts of South America. You can see on the satellite image the shower cloud around here, and it's really going to be focused right through the Amazon basin, through central parts of Brazil, up towards parts of northern Bolivia, into Peru as well. There could be some flooding issues over the next few days around this zone. Further south, a lot of drier and more settled weather. But you can see where the heavy downpours are going to be. Colombia, parts of Venezuela, stretching through the Amazon basin too. So it's much wetter than it's been recently for central and eastern parts of Brazil. And those heavy downpours continue right towards the south. Rio de Janeiro and also Sao Paulo could see some of those heavy downpours. A few showers further south through Argentina and Chile, but generally a lot of drier weather here and temperatures above average still for this time of year. So Rio de Janeiro does look pretty wet over the next 5 days or so. Drier for Buenos Aires, and actually those temperatures are going to be on the rise up to the high 20s by the time we get to the weekend. A lot of dry weather for Mexico across the Yucatan Peninsula, but we are seeing some heavy downpours further south affecting Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica and Panama too, and they're stretching through the Central Caribbean, so some showers for parts of Jamaica and Hispaniola over the next couple of days too. Here is the outlook then. Havana looking fairly unsettled with some heavy showers at times. San Salvador, though, drier with plenty of sunshine. Bye-bye. Hello. The weather across much of central and eastern China has been quite cold over recent days. Things are only gradually going to warm up through the course of this week. A bit further south, and we'll start with the satellite image, it shows lots of shower cloud across much of Indonesia. Still some heavy downpours to come for the likes of Borneo, towards Sulawesi, Jakarta as well. Meanwhile, further north, we've got that cold weather still sitting across central and eastern China. This area of low pressure bringing some very wet and windy weather with some fairly heavy snow to the far northeast of China. Wet and windy weather for Japan too. Not quite as cold as it has been for the likes of Beijing, but temperatures below average down towards Hong Kong. And as we head further south, some heavy downpours affecting some coastal parts of southern Vietnam and also towards Borneo and Jakarta as well. A bit more rain to come in Osaka during the day on Tuesday, but it looks drier from Wednesday onwards. Beijing warming up a little bit over the next couple of days. Now, the weather across Australia is looking very unsettled this week. We've got a dual area of low pressure developing, so you can see plenty of heavy downpours on the map anywhere from Western Australia right through the central slice. Lots of showers for Alice Springs, towards Brisbane, for instance, as well. We have got a weather front in the Tasman Sea, but for the here and now, it's looking generally dry and settled for much of New Zealand, with temperatures in Auckland around about 22 Celsius. Things will start to dry up and warm up in Perth through the remainder of this week, but turning unsettled in Wellington by about Friday. Bye-bye.